What's happening, everybody?
Happy Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. You guys are probably going to watch this on Thursday morning. Kind of what I'm thinking. So it's almost like your morning drive show. We'll kind of start treating it like that. A morning drive
gravy.
show.
I don't know that I have enough energy for a morning drive show.
You got enough show energy? Show energy?
Shonergy?
Shonergy?
So it's show and energy. Shinergy.
Shinergy. Yep. That's perfect.
Is that shitty energy, though? Shinergy?
That'd be shittergy.
No, because you're...
Shittergy?
Yeah, we'll just go with shinergy.
We're going to go with shittergy. You'll have enough shittergy for tonight so people can actually hang out and listen to this shit on the morning drive. Hey, thanks, guys, for tuning in to
like
the
that smile?
Bar is Open. In order to see that smile, you're going to have to go out to YouTube or Facebook when we push it out there later on and check it out there. And then if you are doing the morning drive,
you can listen.
You can listen on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. If you're on YouTube, hey, we're gonna get into this in a couple minutes. This is we're calling
options.
These
girls like options.
We're calling these the Spectrum episodes.
The Spectrum episodes.
The Spectrum
Sounds
episodes. There's a rationale behind that, a reason, if you will.
All right.
You know why? Do you know what the reason is?
I do.
You do?
But I'll let you say why it is.
The reason is that Spectrum's our internet provider.
And it's still broke?
And it's fucking busted. So I finally today got to a local tech.
Okay.
Or not the tech, like a manager.
He called my phone.
He called your phone.
Right.
I think his name was Mike.
I don't know.
With his number and name.
I stopped him.
We're going to get to a point where we're going to start just pushing people's phone numbers.
Dude, I appreciate you calling me, but who you really need to talk to is my husband. And I was like, but I think he's in a meeting. All of a sudden you're like, I'm not in a meeting. I was like, I'm pretty sure.
I was in a meeting.
Oh, I know you were in a meeting. What'd you tell them? Excuse me.
I said, I've been waiting for this guy all day. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to call these the Spectrum episodes, and we're going to basically premiere these shows for the next time being. Really the key is that we want to do live shows. Obviously, they're
the most fun.
They are the most fun shows we can do, but we want to also keep putting some content out and putting some shows out and doing some fun shit as we kind of go through this debacle. But I also don't want to have a show that comes out and it's like while you can hear the audio going.
My face just looks like.
We have a person that's scheduled to be on the show on our number 100 show. So
we're biding our time.
So we're going to be doing a 98.1, a 98.2, a 98.3 until we fucking get the internet fixed. Okay. And it's not us. It's till Spectrum comes out here and puts a new node.
That's what they're going with now. Let's see if that's really.
Yeah. So who fucking knows, right? Either that or we're moving to fucking Austin.
We're not moving.
We may be moving to Austin, so...
We're not moving.
We may be moving to Austin.
We're not moving.
Leanne, make room.
We're not moving.
They've got Google at their house.
They do?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because Eric told me, god dang it.
Well, you can love them from afar. You're not moving. I refuse to stay in a house less than 5 years, damn it. We should stay 6, so we actually break our record.
What is the problem?
Of the longest house.
We have never stayed in a house that long.
No, we've not. Just 5 years is the longest we've stayed in the house.
Around.
And the other day I was like, dude, we've got to change this to a 15-year note or we're going to be paying on it till we're like 900.
As long as the market does well, who gives a fuck? Cheers, honey.
Cheers.
So we're working on it steadfastly as I can.
Not we're working on it. You're working on it.
So we'll be gauging kind of the shows as we go. If we can do a premiere or if we can do a live show, we'll do a live show, but it's still going to be under that 98 point something or other. And I just want to put out like a good show, and it all of a sudden just something switched and something happened. And you know what? When we come up with our 100th episode, we'll have a 99 that'll be kind of like we're back live. We're back, live. And live. And then we can do a proper 100. I've even reached out to the person.
Are you going to be as stressed out every Wednesday and Saturday as you were today?
No, and that was very much
you might get murdered.
Buddy Ian.
Yeah.
That helped me kind of like calm the fuck down.
Oh, bless you, Ian.
He didn't mean to. He just said, why don't you just do like a 99.1 or 99.2? I haven't been sleeping well lately, guys.
Can you show your meme?
Oh, yeah. I meant to do that. My bad. So I'll post these out. It feels like this. Like I go to sleep, and I don't know about you guys. I'm not an anxious or anxiety-ridden person, but with work and with this and I want to do good. Like, this is one of my favorite things to do.
Not sure if it's killing me or making me stronger. You're killing me.
Or am I making you stronger?
No, you're killing me.
Or am I making you stronger?
No, you're killing me.
Honey?
No.
Come on.
No. I was like, why did I? Because you get so mad when I say, you're so angry. Or what do I?
And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Bad mood. You know, I said, why are you in a bad mood? I'm not in a bad mood if you keep asking me. So today I went a different route and I said, you're very feisty today. Did you notice? I didn't say
I heard you.
Grumpy. I didn't say, why are you mad? I said, you're very feisty today. I just made the word just left my mind. I just made an assumption and went with it. I don't even think it's an assumption. It was a fact. So what is it?
What they say about assuming something. Make an ass out of you and me.
Well, I'm okay with that.
It's all good though. But I always wanted to throw that out there, let everybody know kind of our plan for the next few weeks, month. I don't know, something like that.
Until we can get it fixed.
Till we can get it fixed, yeah.
Because your other
option is I'm going to go rent a fucking little space.
No, you're not renting a space. Your other option was to get
shitty internet.
And have it be
But it can't be any shittier.
Yeah. It can't be more shittier.
Can't be shittier than what we have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What are you going to do? I don't even know if you can run 2 internet signals to your house. I have no idea.
You probably can.
But I will do it if it costs me.
You have 2 different modems, but where do you plug it in at? That's where there's
other plugs in the house.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Never done it.
Got to find out if it's completely write-offable then.
Pretty sure I can Google all that shit too.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
You knock yourself out.
But you know what? Hey, let's jump into this goddamn show. Trying to be less sweary.
Do it. Why?
Well, I think I've said the F word like 54 times already.
Said shit.
I said god dang a whole bunch.
God dang.
God dang it.
God dang. God dang it. God dang.
You know what? I'm going to have this rest of this beer real quick.
You do that.
It's not a beer. I've switched to the old White Claws.
For a little while. Not permanently, right?
I don't know, man. I had a Coors Light.
Yeah.
And it got me all full and bloated feeling.
That's beer.
I had one of these.
Yeah.
2 of these, 3 of these now.
And started drinking those.
And I'm like, I don't feel bloated.
3. You said you had 3 earlier. How many have you
I just had another one when I was working out.
That's number 5.
This is number 5.
Yeah, that's number 5.
Of total alcoholic beverages.
I just laughed that I always ask you, how many have you had? 3. That's like the number I used to give my mom when she'd say, how many beers did you have and drive? 2. Over an 8-hour period.
You lied to your mom about drinking and driving?
I didn't drink and drive. But like,
Did you really?
if I came home no, I didn't drink and drive because I knew better than that. But if I came home, my mom would be like, are you drunk? How many beers do you have? And I'd be like, 2. And one day she's like, why is it always 2? I'm like, it's a round number. I'm not going to tell you the real number.
That'd be like
8.
me going home and being like, so my mom had this thing. My mom was sly, right? So the way our house was set up, you walk in like the kitchen
level,
door.
Right?
Well, it was just like a 2-story cape back in New Hampshire, right?
Okay.
So it's basically 2 bedrooms upstairs and everything's like directly split in the middle, right? You have your kitchen and you have a living room and you have an upstairs bedroom and you have another upstairs bedroom. Stairway that goes up and the front of it is like front of the kitchen.
Just you and your mom, right?
In New Hampshire. It was my dad lived there. My brother lived there.
Okay.
And
it was 2 bedrooms?
2 big ass bedrooms.
Did you and your brother share a room?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 big giant bedrooms. And right as you walked in the stairs to go into the kitchen, that's like where you went in the house. You didn't walk in the front door.
Okay. I mean, you did if you didn't live there, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'd always walk in. That's New England homes.
Okay.
You just walk in the side door, or whatever it is, right? The pantry was right there.
Okay.
And I grabbed a Slim Jim.
Oh, so you would smell like a Slim Jim and not alcohol?
Yeah.
And your mom was sly?
Oh, she knew.
Oh,
She's
I'm
like
sure she did.
every single time, because we had a place called White's Lane, the Pit.
Is that where the guy threw up black tar?
Nope, that was at the Dunes. The Pit was like the woods next to my house.
Is that where you broke bottles and you guys got arrested?
Yeah, no, that was the other beach.
Oh,
that was at North Beach. This was this is like being out in the middle of the woods.
Okay.
It was like an old gravel pit kind of thing, right?
Okay.
And people from like my dad's age would go back there and party. It was behind my grandmother's house.
Old people, his age today or his age back then?
Yeah,
was
his
he was
age
in his
back when
40s,
like
30s.
I was 15 and he was 15 or 16 or 17 or something.
Oh,
like that.
not as an adult. He partied as a child there.
As a child,
or a teenager there.
Yeah. So, there's old cars back there all shot up because people go out there and shoot them or whatever.
Right.
And we partied and it was like My house was
like 1999.
In King's house were the closest to that property. To there,
that when all you guys lived on the corners.
Like, yep, right in the center, and kind of not the center of Hampton, but very, very close in Hampton, New Hampshire. If you guys know where that's at,
I'm sure several people do.
Yep. But yeah, I'd go home and grab a Slim Jim and kiss her on the cheek.
Yep.
And she'd be like,
did you have to wake her up when you got home?
No, she was on, because I had a curfew, so I'd have to be home at like 10, 10:30, 11.
Shut up. You had a curfew?
Yeah. And I was good. I was a good kid.
I had in high school, I
still showed up. I just go up to my room.
I had a midnight curfew. But I had to wake my mom up when I got home because she wanted to see what state I came home in.
At a certain point, my mom was like, no.
I think I've told that story before where my mom tried to ground me when I was off at college. I'm like, how are you going to ground me, bitch? I leave tomorrow. You're gonna
my mom never.
You're gonna come make sure I'm at home by 9:00 every night when I'm in College Station.
She never said anything necessarily. She was more along the line of like, "Fuck her."
I'm on to you.
But she kept buying the Slim Jims. So whatever. I mean,
she wanted you to be her baby. She wanted to go in denial with how much trouble you made.
I was on my own, not on my own, kind of hanging out with like my buddies and all my best friends and stuff. So it was kind of funny.
She wanted to stay in denial. You were a sweet, sweet boy in her eyes.
I was absolutely. So Francis Ngannou.
You can never say it.
I can say it when I'm not trying to. New champ, the UFC.
Ngannou.
Yeah. New champ beat Miocic in round 2 via knockout.
It was sweet.
You can go out and look at them. I'm not telling anybody anything surprising.
Like 3 defying hits. Like
smash his face. There's one video, like one punch, and his whole face is like squished in.
That's the first one.
Everything. Yep. And then
the second one I think was to his chin.
Yeah, he just gets
And the third one was to his face when he was down on the ground.
And he folded over his leg.
Oh yeah, that
which are those like.
Was he injured? Did you see anything that said if he was
got up?
From that
but Mirko Krokop is an old fighter. Like he's not that old, but from like 10 years ago, he was a great fighter. Had like
that's this guy.
Another guy.
Okay.
Had like an amazing kick. He had that happen to him, right? And that I've always remembered that fight because literally he got knocked out. He fell on his foot, and one leg's straight, and one leg's bent under him.
But it stayed under. That's probably the difference.
And it was just those. Like, it's getting knocked out is one thing. Another thing is like blow out your knee.
Break their ankles in football. Yeah.
It's the grossest thing ever, right?
You watch it. I'm like, I can't watch it. I can't do it.
Yeah. It was gnarly, but it was a great fight. It was a good night of fights also.
Yeah, it was.
But I was happy to see.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I lost my pick on that one because I thought the redhead was going to win.
I didn't call one fight. I don't remember which one it was, but
yeah.
Anyway, it was good. It was a good night of fights.
It was good.
Figure we throw that back out there.
Recap it.
So
they're so fucking expensive though.
Oh yeah, you asked me yesterday, like, what the hell is this Amazon charge?
$75. I was like, and that's the discounted price for the ESPN Plus people. What is it if you don't have ESPN Plus?
I was gonna bring that up last show, and it's kind of interesting because you have we have ESPN Plus, right? Which is what, like $5
a month.
Then you pay for this show,
right?
Basically
$80, but that's if you only get one fight.
One fight.
Usually. We only get the good fights.
Right. So we get like 6 fights. So we're paying for that. That's
$5 a month. That's 5, 10,
60
15,
bucks.
20, 25. Yeah, $60. Thank
$60
you.
plus maybe like. So that's like, I mean, we're spending like 1,000, maybe not 1,000, maybe $800 a year on fights. To get like good fights, and especially when we're not going out.
If you're thinking about it, we probably get one every 6 weeks.
Or at least. Like we got one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we probably get more like one a month with the occasional. So you're at least getting 12, maybe 12 to 15 fights a year at $75.
That's what I'm saying. So $750, right? Say 12 at 10 fights.
$750 and the 60 you're looking at like $810 annually.
Isn't that crazy?
Ridiculous. Remember when they used to be $50 and we thought that was expensive?
Dude, I remember, when like Mike
Remember when
Tyson,
they just used to be on ESPN and they were free?
Yeah. I mean, well, I remember like going back to like UFC 1. I watched that with my buddy Grip back in the day.
Right.
UFC 1, 2, 3, like all of those.
I didn't get into UFC until I started dating you.
Yeah, I know. And
so like it was in the 60s,
it kind of like took a downhill, and then Dana And then they
really
did the
good,
show.
And then they did that show. And that's where I think it went downhill. Like, I just thought that show was like, I don't want to see people.
Well, that actually perpetuate. Like, remember the Stephen Bonner versus Forrest Griffin? That episode, or that
I didn't
season was like what
they were just that. It was too much for me.
And then they had a UFC fight, and those guys literally
beat each other to a pulp.
Yeah. And those guys are fucking amazing fighters. It's expensive. So do you know what the price is if you're not an ESPN Plus? Probably add $20.
No way, Jose.
I mean, I imagine because they're getting the $5 a month.
So you're saying $89? Like
probably. I'm guessing. I don't know.
$90, $95?
That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be cheaper than that when we got the ESPN Plus.
I have to look up that how much PPV is without ESPN Plus.
Well,
because if it's only $10 cheaper, I'm canceling ESPN Plus.
Because I don't watch it.
No, I'm going to cancel ESPN Plus, and we're just going to buy the fights for the $79. Yeah, I mean, I should look at that in because they really should be giving you a better price if you're already paying that monthly. But can't you also, the UFC app, you can get the pay-per-views, but I think you can
get
also,
other things on
you
it.
also can pay
I just don't
for like
watch
that UFC membership thing or something like that where you get access to that app. And
we get that, right?
we don't pay for that. No, we used to have the app until we started doing the ESPN Plus because why have both?
That's true.
But if it's not any cheaper, if it's minimal savings, then I'll just get rid of the ESPN Plus and stick to the UFC. But I also think on the ESPN,
she's the CFO around the house, so I'm not really
on the ESPN Plus app, you have to sign in, so means you probably have to be paying for it.
Yeah.
On the UFC fight, I'll have to see how much they are if you're not, how much it is. I have to do a little homework.
Do some homework, Beth. Figure it out.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I didn't name us.
I'm gonna get to the bottom
I didn't say who you were,
who are you?
I'm Greg.
I'm Beth.
That's Beth. This is the bar is open.
So glad we made that clear for you guys.
Beth
You probably
and
had no idea who we were.
Fuck it, whatever.
They're like, who are these people? Why are they talking to me?
Good golly.
Good golly.
Hey,
I haven't said
this
that forever.
thing, this next story, is a pisser.
It's a real pissa.
Go ahead and plug your shit in. So,
what does that mean when you say it's a pissa?
It's a wicked pissa.
Yeah, what's that? Like
it's irritating. It's pisses you off.
Irritating?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a New England term, wicked pissa. But so, all right. I even reached out to your brother on this one.
Yes, you did.
Her brother, Beth's brother, is a retired Border Patrol agent who was an agent for 25 years. In the Border Patrol, he did a whole bunch of shit there. He retired out of the Border Patrol down in, was it Brownsville? Laredo, Texas. And he had done all sorts of things. And ultimately, this story was on, I think it was on the front page of foxnews.com or something like that. But I go through all of the different, basically all of the different news sites, just looking for stories, looking for shit to talk about, mostly entertainment stuff, right? But the thing that caught me, it was the image of this shit that's going on. And this is stuff that's been happening down at the borders for
a while.
Years. Yeah. And your brother literally, before we share the video up here, this is going to be
going through the ad. So.
It's just going to be a video, and we'll pop it up here in a minute. But when I was out, I specifically called your brother. I'm going hunting with her brother Friday, go out to the ranch for a couple days. But I asked him, and I was like, hey, this is more along the line of what the fuck? What do you see?
What are your thoughts on this?
On this, right? And I sent him the link, and he goes, this shit happens every day. He goes, he was on a boat patrol that ran up and down the Rio Grande River, and the big fan boats, basically, right? Super high performance boats.
It's ready.
All right, we're gonna push it, and we're gonna go ahead and let it go. Can you blow that up by chance? There you go. So what you're looking at here is a couple of dudes. So the other side of the fence is Mexico. What these guys are doing.
It's a 14-foot wall.
They're on top of a 14-foot wall, and they're dropping a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old.
I haven't watched them drop the kids. I don't want to watch
off the wall, right? One kid falls and just lands on his or her belly and doesn't move.
They did both get up at the end, though, because I did see that.
And then the sibling, I presume, gets pulled over or dropped over. Yep, right there. And then on top of that, you see him throw some shoes or some other shit, right? And then you see these little fuckhead rats, not the kids, the fucking assholes,
right?
The coyotes,
or coyotes.
Coyotes run off into the desert. The only reason we have this video is because of like the Border Patrol, and they're tracking them. And chances are the only reason these kids presumably are alive,
here's the problem,
is because Border Patrol happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Right. So here's the problem too, is we see in the news media all the time that they're talking about families separated. These kids weren't separated from anybody. These kids, their parents sent them either before or after them, but they're going to be put in a shelter and be said that they were separated from their parents. Yes, they were separated by their parents, but not by American requirements.
No, and that's one of the things. It's like I was talking. So
I just don't
understand, to your brother,
and I guess it's out of desperation. How do you send your 3 and 5-year-old alone?
I don't know, and it's sickening. What it really made me, I was like, oh my god, and
that's why I can't watch it. I can't see those kids drop.
On the American Patriot podcast today, which is it's kind of like it's a partner to Drinking Bros. The guys, Dakota Meyer and Dan Holloway were talking about some of this stuff today, and it just came up. Like I wasn't looking for this. It was literally the lead news story. And you can go out to Twitter and you can go out to everything else. And you can find this video.
I don't do Twitter anymore.
No, I know. Well, yeah, but it links out to Twitter or whatever.
Just throwing that out there.
But one of the things was I was like, what in the fuck kind of a person does that? And your brother very specifically said people that are absolutely living in poverty.
No, absolutely.
And those guys, presumably, that dropped them over are like, we'll make $50 or $100.
Oh, they probably make more than that.
Well, no, he said they'll do whatever they can. And oftentimes those guys are addicted to drugs.
And they use it for their...
And they just go do it, drop a couple kids, go get enough money for smack. Do it again. Do it again.
What's smack? Never heard
the
it
meth.
called smack.
The meth or whatever,
right.
Or the fucking heroin or whatever it is, right?
Drug of choice.
And it's like, holy fuck, we can't, like, this can't happen, right?
Well, it's happening though.
But I understand, yeah. But this is why you have to absolutely 100% Border Patrol. Or support the border Patrol.
Right.
Because if those guys and gals aren't out there
Well, here's the crazy thing. Have you heard that our government is running ads in Mexico to not cross over the border?
Yeah,
illegally?
why would we do that?
I mean...
Because the original fucking sentiment was, hey,
come over.
We're going to fucking open the border. We're going to have 50,000 immigrants by the end of the year. Migrant children.
Yeah, it was migrant children. Wasn't it like another...
That's just migrant children.
for parents?
Right. And we don't, it's not a political thing. It's like somebody fucked up.
Right.
Right. And if you're going to have 50,000 children in, I don't care if you call them fucking centers, schools, whatever it is, they're still being detained without a parent. That is fucking ridiculous.
No, it is.
Right. What are all those kids going to do in fucking a year, in 2 years, or 5 years? Dude, you know how hard we remember
Hopefully
when we
get adopted.
I was just going to say that. You remember when we looked at adopting and how expensive adopting was? It was tens of thousands of dollars.
$10,000 minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Right? What the fuck? But these kids have parents that are just hoping they're going to get a better life.
Right.
But the messaging is so fucked up, and those countries are so fucked up.
Right.
That they're willing to send their kids. Those kids were so far out in the middle of nowhere that if BORTAC or Border Patrol hadn't found them, they would be dead.
Yeah.
There's no fucking...
Well, they can't protect themselves from the wildlife out there, let alone people.
There's no water.
Yeah.
Dude, adults die out there.
Yeah.
On a regular...
It's sad.
And you just fucking... It's just like, holy shit. Something's got to... you say something's got to be done, right? And you just have to... We have to start holding the motherfuckers accountable. No. And that's not a last presidency, this presidency. It's got to be consistent, and there's got to be the same consistent message. It's got to go through every single, to see those kids just get dropped off that wall was fucking sickening. And it's going to keep happening. So I don't know. You guys just go out there and start
Supporting your border patrol.
Support your border patrol. Support local fire, police, fire, law enforcement, all those guys, because they're the ones that are going to come into this. Those kids, if we're not careful, not all 50,000, but a shit ton of them can absolutely get put into sex trades, which is huge in Dallas, in Houston, and all of these things, right? We don't need that. We don't want that for these kids. If kids are going to get dropped off in this country, then fuck it. We'll take care of them. Right? Absolutely. You're a minor. We'll take care of you.
Right.
We'll figure it out. Fucking 25-year-old asshole shows up and he's got a bunch of bullshit. That's a different story.
Making me burp tonight.
That's a different story. But I just wanted to share that because it was just fucking heart-wrenching to see that shit happen.
Way to bring it down.
We're going to bring it back up with a little Globe and a little Inquirer over there that Beth's folded in half.
You know, if it's in here, it's...
You know what? Where I used to find these?
Where?
So I used to go to the beach and work at my aunt's motel. Mm-hmm. This is the original Twitter.
Yes.
Twitter's not far off of a Globe or Inquirer. It's
anymore.
Actually probably worse than the Globe and the Inquirer, if you really think about it, right? So, you want to start? Lead off with your first Inquirer story.
Well, you know, Miranda.
Miranda who?
As in Blake and Miranda. Lambert. So, I guess Blake and, what's his fiance's name? Blinking. Gwen Stefani are getting married here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
And she's making people decide if they're team Shelton or team Lambert.
Who is?
Miranda.
Oh.
Miranda Lambert. And if you are team Shelton, she no longer wants to be friends with you.
Get fucked. Who cares?
I was like, okay, that's an easy decision. I guess I'm team Blake, not team Miranda.
The fuck was the last thing Miranda did? It
well, I guess she got remarried, and I guess she's also very critical about Gwen's beauty.
Because Gwen Stefani is like, what, 50 and hot as fuck?
She is 50. She's my age, I think.
51?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she's not as beautiful as you are.
Oh, you're
God
sweet.
Damn
That's
right I am. No, I'm not full of shit.
If I could look like her, but she has makeup artist and hair.
She's a bajillionaire. It doesn't matter.
But I guess
we
Miranda,
do with what we've got, honey.
I guess Miranda, after they got divorced, she got on the divorce diet and started working out. And she's gotten remarried to Brandon McCullen, who is a police officer who I guess is really into fitness as well. So she's been able to maintain that.
Does he have a box? Like one of those fucking, what do they call them?
I don't know.
The box gyms? The fucking, what do you do?
I do boot camp.
Boot camps. What are the other ones called?
CrossFit.
Does he have a CrossFit box?
I don't know. I don't know what he has. But she was in this whole article. It talks about her friends have to pick sides.
Okay.
And they also need to understand that Gwen is fake, and that's why she's so pretty. It's all been done to her.
Gwen Stefani's been around.
She looks exactly the same that she did when she was.
Since she was like. She was like 15 playing with Sublime.
Yeah. Oh, she played with Sublime?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I've got the album, the CD. Yeah. She was back in the day playing with Brady Noel.
That's
like
funny.
Rockabilly shit. And she looked like a fucking teenager, just like she's always
I don't think her looks have changed at all.
She's just matured and she's just figured she became rich. Fuck it. We would all do that shit. Like, they got to have this goddamn forehead line. I'd have hair.
I wouldn't want you with hair, baby.
You wouldn't know the difference.
Yes,
if we got rich at like 35, I'd have goddamn mullet.
Yeah, no. But so I thought that was kind of, I read that article and the whole time I was like, this is kind of funny.
Funny as you say. Oh, I didn't even pick this one. This one I just saw. I was flicking through the old paper over here. Miranda and Blake's toxic food fight. I didn't even read about it. Let's read about it now. It's a real pressure cooker for Blake Shelton now that he and his ex Miranda Lambert are slinging hash over competing eateries on same Nashville street.
Oh, so they both have restaurants in the same Nashville area.
Yeah, I bet you his is worth more than hers because he's worth about $100 million more.
You don't know that.
Miranda, 37, is planning a summer opening for her Casa Rosa, and sources snitch to Globe that plunking it down so close to 44-year-old Blake's old red. Evidently, he's got the old red bar right next door. Oh, they literally are next door. You can't see. It's like right there.
That's hilarious.
You can go out and buy yourself one of these fucking things. They're available everywhere. And Grill is rubbing salt in the wound. This has been bothering Blake for weeks, and he can't help wondering if she's doing it on purpose.
Even cares. They're not. Neither of them. Neither. However you say
Neither
it.
Nor
are at that restaurant. They picked a fantastic chef and a manager, and they're having that restaurant run. And
they don't even go there.
They're probably totally different types of food.
No, it's probably both like.
Well, one sounds like
Cajun.
it's Mexican food.
I don't know.
And his is probably. Did you say barn or bar?
Bar. It's probably like a bar restaurant.
Yeah, it's probably like grills. It's like a Chili's. So my next one is J-Lo strikes out at A-Rod in new sexting storm. So we all know 2-3 weeks ago, there was rumors of their demise. She came back and said
J-Lo
no.
story in here too. It's like they have the same goddamn writers.
They probably do have the same damn writers. They're probably the same damn company.
Yep.
But I guess the whole thing that led up to that was he had been reaching out to several young ladies. Now, some of them have said it was not by any means romantic or sexual.
He was just like, show me your tits.
No, they said it was not romantic or sexual. Then I'm like, why is he reaching out?
He wants to know, like, what swimsuit is that? I want to know if J-Lo would like a...
I'd wonder what J-Lo looks like in it. Can you model it for me?
I was going to say a pair of swimsuits would like one of those. Yeah, it's a fucking Instagram model who's got 100 million followers or some shit like that, or 400 followers. Fuck yeah, I saw there's pictures in this one too.
But I guess they're still together. They're still trying to work it out.
He's gay, right? She's beard. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Here's the thing, though, I did realize because on E they had like some, you know how they do.
He hooked up with Madonna. He's hooked up with like literally every girl.
Oh, what?
I don't know. Is it just a beard kind of thing?
No, he just hasn't settled down. I mean, J-Lo's pretty fucking hot.
She's been married like what, 20 times?
No, 4 times. She's Elizabeth Taylor.
She's got more. Her net worth in like her wedding rings is worth more than most of us.
Are you making that up?
No. Every one of her wedding rings is like $10 million.
Well, they're rich, babe.
Fucking hate people.
But I was flipping through.
You gave me shit for buying some. Oh, we got some new mics and some mic stands.
Well,
that's coming up soon.
You make me gazillions of dollars. I won't give a shit about buying new mic stands without talking. I mean, new mics without talking.
How do you think we do that without new mics?
Those mics aren't going to make us gazillion dollars.
Never know.
But so I was flipping through the channel, and E channel had a story like a I don't know, it was only an hour, so it couldn't be a total life, but they had a picture of J-Lo when she was with that green dress several years ago. She was dating.
Oh, I remember. She's hot as shit.
P. Daddy. Yeah, she's hotter now than she was then.
You telling me that's not some Botox and some...
It's absolutely... She's probably putting more into herself now because she's 51. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
J-Lo 51.
I'm at 44, and I'm just putting more into myself.
Bitch, shut up.
I switched to... White Claw.
Oh, my
iced tea.
Stomach's growling. Sorry if you heard that.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Feed me, Maurice.
So my story is Kanye blanks out Kim with hypnosis. Thought this was a pretty fucking funny one. So Kanye West is struggling to move on after Kim Kardashian files for divorce. So literally, this fucking it's the papers. It can't be less true than the current news you're getting anyway. So fuck it, whatever. Right? So he's undergoing hypnotherapy to erase her from his memory.
Interesting.
That's next level. That honestly, does that not sound like it's something he would do?
No, it totally sounds like something
absolutely
he would do.
sounds like something he would do. He's batshit crazy. So, but he's also
he's
a billionaire.
Eccentric. He's not batshit crazy.
Yeah, no, he's batshit crazy.
I know he is, but I like
right.
it.
Sources claim that the spurned rap mogul, 43, and that's the worst part. He's younger than me, and I'm like, he's a billionaire. He's put way more shit out in the world than most of us could ever dream. Yeah. So he's cut off all contact with his booty queen.
Yeah, well, they're getting a divorce, of course.
Beauty queen. His booty queen.
Have you seen her butt? I don't think she's a beauty, but beauty.
A booty.
A booty. Okay.
A booty queen.
She is a booty queen.
Who is 40.
Booty.
Give a shit. And now the Globe has learned that he's ready to write her out of his life. Kanye has tried hypnotherapy before to combat certain fears and demons in his life, but now he wants to apply it to his marriage. Spills an insider, of course.
I love how they say that.
If it's successful, Kanye will have no memory of romantic times he shared with Kim.
I wonder what they're going to replace. Like, is he going to think of an orange? Like when he thinks about a memory at some place, and if she was there, is it going to just represent is he only going to think of an orange?
He was having sex with like a meatloaf.
Or, like what are they going to put in its place? Because are they just going to delete the last, I don't know, how long are they at? 5 years?
Porkosaurus.
Like how are they going to, he's going to have a porkosaurus.
They're going to import a porkosaurus into his brain.
He's going to be porking his porkosaurus. That's kind of funny. Okay, best of luck to you, Kanye. I hope it works for you.
If it's successful, Kanye will have no memory of romantic times. Basically, she'll have been a virtual stranger with whom he's co-raising his children.
So what happens when he sees her? Is he going to be like, who is that person? Who's that girl?
She just shows up as a porkosaurus.
But who's that girl? She's hot.
We have a graphic for a porkosaurus that I'll share with you some point. This is all based on Jeff's. The fuck did that come from?
I do that all the time.
The fuck do we get ice cream?
Jeff. Well, I don't know that I like being compared to a male. But
no, I'm like,
okay.
It's the dumbest shit ever. I need some sleep
and some food. Apparently,
some food. Another one of these. No, it's Beth's. Thank God I got it right on the second fucking try. Beth's Jurassic Pork comment
a few weeks ago. Will now be a T-shirt, right?
It will now be a T-shirt, and we got that coming thanks to a drinking broette. So, God damn it.
All right, so my next one.
All right.
Jimmy Fallon. Apparently he's getting fat.
Jimmy Fallon?
And he's doing this.
No.
He's up. Jimmy is over 200 pounds for the first time in his life.
Yeah, because that bitch is like skinny as shit. And he's like 5'9".
And it's because he's overindulging to compensate for the show's struggles. An insider told National Enquirer.
Dear God.
Jimmy and the gym just do not mix. So I guess, according to this article, Stephen Colbert, which I can't believe he would do better than Jimmy Fallon because Jimmy Fallon's fucking hilarious and Colbert's an idiot. But I guess Colbert's ratings are better than his. And so he's just eating his way through his stress.
You know what? You should just switch from food to fucking White Claw.
That's what he's eating and drinking.
Every beverage you could ever need. Alcohol.
Kind of funny that I was like...
I'm working on that sponsorship over there.
And, the Enquirer reported back in 2015 that his frat boy lifestyle causing concerns when he's seen partying multiple times a night. I guess because he was also... They say multiple strings of accidents. I just know about the one accident.
All he needs is a meth addiction and he's fine.
I mean, right?
He'll just level his ass out.
I just loved how they're like, he's getting fat because his ratings suck. Do they really suck? I didn't have time to go fact check.
Probably not.
I would imagine not. Because they did say in here, say that, but they say, although his rep points out that he has been leading with 18 to 49-year-old viewers, that's who's going to watch these damn shows.
So that's the thing. I think all those motherfuckers' shows are in the toilet. Stephen Colbert has nothing to talk about anymore. Well, who's he talking about? If he's still trying to hang on to Trump, who gives a fuck? If Jimmy Kimmel's still trying, what's he fucking doing? Right? Well, the thing is, all of these people were latched onto Donald Trump's asshole.
Right. That's where they're making their...
Chewing on it like
their fortune.
The sucker thing from Alien, right? Just...
Gross. I do not need that. I do not... Nope. Don't need that. Nope.
We'll edit that out later on. But nonetheless, Jimmy Fallon, except for a couple of times...
funny, dude.
He didn't get into it, and it was because Trump kind of instigated on him, and he was like, you want to fucking go, bitch? And he was funny, and he had a good retort from everything. But those guys, they banked the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, they're not going to make fun of the person they voted for now because then they're biting the hand that feeds them.
So what do you have left to talk about?
So it's really funny, and I'm not going to talk about it, but there was an article about Angie and Brad, and my first thing was Angelina Jolie still alive? That was the first. I was like, where'd that bitch go? I ain't seen her.
She got 9 kids.
She literally has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids.
Brad Pitt's
6 kids.
Least
now, some of them are adopted. Don't forget. I think
no. I know. No, I wasn't. I knew that. Yeah, absolutely. I guess
she's amping up her child custody.
She doesn't make any because she decided to go work for the goddamn UN or some shit and decided.
That's why I was like, she's alive.
Bitch, you made multiple hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Yeah. Fuck off. If you can't live your goddamn life, we figured it out, motherfucker.
Yeah, just share.
Beth only lets me buy one thing a year.
Liar, full of crap.
So, my next one, it's kind of funny, But if you've ever looked at these types of shows or these types of magazines, whatever you want to call them, papers, newspapers, they're fucking terrible, dude.
Why?
They're just
what do you
mean.
Mean? Like, oh no,
so
they are.
There's a picture of like Sigourney Weaver in this thing. And I've got some other things in here, but we'll go through that in a minute. But literally they say it's like Sigourney Weaver's what, like 60 something?
I have no idea.
70,
She's probably late 60s, early 70s.
It's how haunting. Ghostbusters actress Sigourney Weaver is a frightening sight in it. Santa Barbara.
She hasn't been in anything else since then. Alien? Hello?
No, she's got like a little bit of like neck skin.
So here's the thing. I always think like there's a whole Gwyneth Paltrow article and I'm like, is that really Gwyneth Paltrow?
They randomly just take a picture of, it says the title is Leave Him Alone. Midnight Cowboy's John Voight, who's probably better known nowadays for what's the adventure one with fucking Nick Cage. John Voight's Angelina Jolie's dad.
Yeah.
The one with not Night at the Museum. What's the other one where they go on the?
Okay, Nicolas Cage isn't in the Night at the Museum. First of all,
I know, but it's like the adventure ones. We just watched.
Oh, the president. They're treasure
hunters. Whatever.
No, it's not treasure. It's
Yeah, that one.
There's two of them.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
Fuck. So anyway, nibbles on a salad while dining solo in Bel Air. Then there's this one is like, well, there's this. Okay, I'm going to go least worst. There she blows sneezy Arnold Schwarzenegger. They take a picture of the motherfucker blowing his nose. Right? It's socked by some sniffles. The last one, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, listen to this one.
I'm not done. I haven't finished
shite.
saying it. No, I misspoke. Flabulous.
Fabulous.
They take a picture of some, I don't even know who this is.
What's the name?
Larsa Pippen? Anyway.
Oh, there's a picture of her in here too.
She's
sitting at a pool with her boyfriend.
It's probably itty bitty bikini reveals the reality star's tummy trouble. Are you fucking kidding me? She's bent over. She's sitting down. You got assholes. These people are all assholes.
They are. They're just attacking people. Well, I thought this one that I'll share, and then we probably should move along. But
I got one more in here.
We can keep going. It's so funny. You circled. I dog-eared.
I dog-eared and circled.
So Miley's hopes.
Miley's hose.
Stop. Miley hopes country twerks out better. Twerks out better. Get it? Because she twerks. So I guess she's going back to country after her last two albums have tanked. Well, I don't think it has anything to do.
The Wrecking Ball didn't do anything for her?
I don't think that's her last two albums. I think that one's like 3 or 4 ago. But she signed a new label.
Okay.
And the plan is to reintroduce her to the country audience that loved her dad.
Why?
I mean,
nobody really gives a shit about her.
My tummy is so loud. I think that the last two albums.
Put the mic to your stomach.
I think the last two albums have sucked because she's a cuckoo.
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit crazy.
You know what? She's got the Insta famous stuff going on. She's got the social media stuff.
She does have a great voice.
She sells. And
she sings about the weirdest shit.
Yeah. She's allowed to write her own stuff. Yeah, back in the day, she didn't write it. So this little story down here, I think this is going to wrap it. I think this is going to wrap up the newspaper for the week. So package deal. Stellan loves his genitals.
What?
Swedish actor Stellan Skarsgård doesn't beat around the bush when he admits.
That's the younger brother, right? That played the clown. Oh. His dad was an actor too?
Yeah, you recognize him. Oh. Beat around the bush when he admits, I have a very relaxed relationship with my genitals, and I'm just going to leave it at that. That's all I know.
Relax because they're saggy?
It doesn't fucking matter. That's what they wrote in the newspapers this week. The news is over.
That's funny.
My stomach just
I heard that one. We're hungry,
we
folks.
need to eat dinner. This shit's going on too long.
All right.
Should have been a lifeguard. So Beth, dude, this
gravy.
Is y'all gonna be want to move out to California and become fucking lifeguards.
We all paid to be in the wrong industry. Not paid. We all work in the wrong industry.
All I know is I would take a 6-pack abs and sit on the beach all day long.
Yeah. Nope, me too. Let me give me 1 second.
And get paid $195,000 or $250,000 or whatever it is.
These people made upwards of $300,000, and there's the first article I looked at.
They're in California, honey. Cost of living.
Yeah, you're a fucking lifeguard. I think Gord. You're a fucking lifeguard. I think
these are lifetime lifeguards.
Gourds. So how the article starts is top LA lifeguard earned up to $392,000 in 2019. Now, granted, like you mentioned, he is.
I just came up with a new one. Lifeguard.
He is the acting chief lifeguard. So I guess probably all of, I don't know. Are they all?
All of LA County.
Yes.
So he's like the chief of police, the chief of fire.
He makes
That's the thing in California.
$391,971. 205 of that was salary. 60,000 in perks, and no, the next one's the kicker. 125,000 in benefits. Now the second highest.
So like, okay, so like
we get paid benefit. I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. But still, 300,000. Second highest was Captain Daniel Douglas. He pulled down 140,000 in base and a whopping $131,493,000 in overtime pay.
See, that's fucked up.
What is that man working like 70, 80 hours a week?
Is it legit? Because you start doing math, you and I work a lot of hours. And it ain't that. I mean, it's probably double time and a half, Sundays, blah, blah, blah. But there's only so many hours in the day. Like, what's his base? So how much did you say he makes?
He makes...
During the... let's do some math here real quick.
140,706 base.
Okay, give me 1 second.
What are you doing?
140,706 base divided by, we're going to do 26 pay periods. 26. Okay. So that's $5,411 a week, every 2 weeks. We're going to divide that there by 2. So you get $2,705 a week.
Right.
Right. We're going to divide that by 40. So he gets paid $67 an hour.
Holy shit.
Right.
So what's his overtime at 131,493?
So we're going to do 134,
131, 131,
whatever. Okay, 131. Let's do that. That's fine.
Divided by 26.
67.
67. Oh.
$1,950. So we need to figure out real quick. I think I think he's
out of your math. I'm out.
He's getting double time. 67
I'm out.
times 2 equals 134 times, let's say 20, which is 260. Times 26.
I suck at math,
69
guys. I'm not trying to keep up.
Times 2. $139,000 right there.
Yeah, it's about right.
He's getting paid double time.
On his overtime. And I loved how you were like, shouldn't these be salaried positions? Like, obviously the first guy was salary.
When you're at a certain level of income,
well,
like you get salaried positions and you get, this is your base.
And they do say overtime pay drove earnings into corporate executive range.
So what it is also, it's based, if they're a union out there in California or something like that, it is what it is. It's contract union, right?
But they say 31 lifeguards made between $50,000 and $131,000 in overtime during the year. So, I mean, they pay their people a lot of overtime.
But it is one of those things that you need to have at the beach. You don't want to have it.
Shouldn't they be salaried then? And say, you got to work what you got to work.
But it's also, I think it's probably seasonal in some cases, right? Because if it's cold weather.
No, I'm pretty sure the beach is open all the time because people surf all the time.
Surfers are not the ones you need to worry about. No, it's the shitty
not
fucking.
True. Sometimes they get knocked out.
People from,
everybody needs to be ready.
Iowa people out there trying to fucking float around.
So here's
Iowa
the top 10. If you want to turn this on real quick, I'll just share the top 10.
Okay.
Starts with that Fernando dude at 391. I did.
Okay.
391, and it goes all the way down. The least paid in the top 10 was $225,000. I mean, come on.
So you got to also think about like how long have these guys and gals been doing this?
And they're not your typical. Right? They're not the lifeguards actually doing the life-saving work.
These are the people. These are the
like
CEOs,
the
CFOs, and,
captains.
stuff like that.
No, this is the chiefs and the captains. They're not even CFOs or CEOs.
No, I'm saying
these are like the police chief and the section chief, and those.
So they're the management of all of the programs,
which really should be. Most management positions are salaried. But I heard that and I was like, I want to be a fucking lifeguard, but I don't want to live in California.
Well, you can if you fucking make $400,000.
No, because I bet you they're still probably strapped for cash with how expensive it is.
They all live together.
Right.
Guy's 64, lives with 4 guys, but they're all yoked as shit and suntan as fuck. Yeah,
I doubt
67-year-old dude running the whole goddamn thing, has a 6-pack and looks like fucking Dwayne Johnson.
Like these guys probably aren't yoked. They're not outside. They're the office people.
Nope.
You think?
I think they all look like The Rock.
I'm going to go see if I can find pictures of them on Google.
Hey, you want to know something funny? Remember that fucking debacle with the Suez Canal? The ship that got stuck sideways, right? So the ship that got stuck sideways is about to fuck us all again.
You heard of how they got it? It was 10 tugboats, but it's because I guess the time of year the water's coming back more permanently, so it lifted it, gave it more buoyancy, and they were able to actually pull it and straighten it.
I'm trying to find this article that I sent to myself, and I can't quite find the article. But nonetheless, it had basically toilet paper and coffee on it.
Well, but some of the other ships had livestock. Can you imagine? And some of those went around Cape Hope, which added another 2 weeks, which I guess is pretty close to how long this thing has been in the canal. But can you imagine having livestock on your ship and you're like, shit, we only brought enough food for 8 days and we're on day 15.
Right.
We're going to start eating those cows.
Fuck yeah. Steaks. But the fucked up part is they're like, be prepared for like
everything to go more expensive.
The article was actually about like, why doesn't America, and I think it was it's probably like Great Britain or something. Nobody cares about those fuckers.
That's not true.
Not really. It's kind of true. Does anybody? Their food tastes like shit and everything else. Whatever.
They have bad teeth.
God damn, you're judgmental. I was talking about their food. You're talking about their hygiene.
They don't.
Well, they obviously use bidets. That's where the article came from. So they said the Americans need to use more bidets.
Ew.
It's kind of like just getting in the shower. We did get one of those showers that has like the shower wand thing. You just stick that back there and just clean yourself up. I don't want to do that either.
Nope, not in my shower.
Nope. Hygiene regimens are important around these parts.
Around my parts.
Right? So it came back. I hope you guys got toilet paper and coffee.
I feel like they're setting it up so that the economy is going to start to tank again because everything is getting so expensive that they're just going to try to blame it all on this damn ship.
Yeah, maybe. But if there was like hundreds of ships backed up.
They said it was $1 billion a day.
Yeah.
$1 billion a day. It cost, I don't know.
Just in backup of global revenue.
Of the infrastructure impact that this ship being stuck in this canal for 8 days had.
So I hope you have toilet paper, but if you don't worry, you don't have coffee to get your system going anyway.
Shit.
Right? So your system's not going, which means you don't have to worry about it.
I don't drink coffee.
Thus you don't poop. Girls don't poop anyway. Stop it. Don't say this.
Anyways?
No, absolutely not.
I don't know what world you live in that you think that's true.
Did you see Lil Nas X's Satan shoes? Little Nas gonna hoe down road to the old country store.
I'm not very familiar with his story.
Well, he decided to go full Satan.
Well, it's kind of, I watched the video. It's very artsy, kind of weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of graphic, like digital graphic.
Satan,
he goes into hell on a huge giant stripper pole. Which he is spinning. I didn't
see that. I haven't watched the whole thing.
Spinning and doing all the stripper moves for this whole pole down. He gives Satan a lap dance, but it's all in the ruse so that he can kill him and be the new honcho in hell.
Oh, snap.
But in conjunction...
Thank God for you doing your deep dive of...
I tell you what, bitch.
Investigative journalism.
I will tell you that the shoes... are in line with
they are separate from Nike. Nike's actually filed a lawsuit
them because they are Nike shoes. They are, let me tell me which
it's a particular model of them.
Yeah, it's a Nike shoe. However, he worked with a different company.
It's probably in
called
it's like a M something or other.
It's like an acronym if I remember correctly. And they worked, but here's the thing. So I guess
it's got the blood in it.
It's got a drop of human blood.
Bullshit.
In every batch of ink. And the blood, because I was like, where the hell does this blood come from? I mean, are they just taking people from the homeless
bleed
people?
my own blood.
They're using a glucose meter needle, kind we use when we get pink. And they are using the various artists that work for this company. So.
Oh, there it is.
And I'm like, so.
One of them's diabetic. What if one of them's diabetic?
Well,
One of them has like.
So let me show you the shoe. First of all,
what if one of them's like
braces? Did you know he had
hepatitis
braces?
B or C positive?
You're not putting it on your
I think
body.
there's a cure for that, but nonetheless.
Is that a problem? Okay, so here are the pictures of.
You ready?
The shoe.
All right. So no, I've seen this shoe a million times, and evidently it's kind of an older. It's not like a newer model or something like that, right?
I don't know.
It's kind of like just a very common model. I don't
remember off the top of my head.
And I was watching another video.
He has braces.
Okay.
I didn't know he had braces. I don't know a lot about this man.
It's Lil Nas
I
X.
guess the song that he sang with this is calling out a dude that he had a quick affair with that wanted to keep it very silent.
Okay.
I mean, while he's not calling the guy out, I guess it makes several references to him in the song, and he's doing it so that I didn't know that they could call each other this, but he said he's doing this. Where is he? Hold on.
Brought to you by White Claw and Peach Flavor. Not really.
He said,
tastes good. This shit is good. If you guys haven't had the iced tea stuff, this shit's dope.
Anyways, I can't. He used I thought it was a derogatory name for gay men, but he used it, so maybe I'm.
So he's allowed to,
I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
So there's the picture of the shoe with him in it, and then this is where. So it's got the pentagram and an upside down cross.
So you know what? Who gives a flying shit about? It's like I think the biggest issue is like people are like, oh my god.
Well, they sold out, so there were 666 of them, 666
for $1,000 a piece.
He kept one for himself, so
he made
665.
666.
And they were $1,018 a pair, and they sold out.
All right, I grew up with a kid that was total goth. Death metal, pentagrams, fucking. This is back in the 90s.
Okay.
Right? In high school. He was the kid that fucking wore the trench coats, dark hair.
Emo or?
No, death metal.
Okay.
This is in the mid, early 90s, right?
Okay.
Who gives a shit? It's a pair of sneakers.
Well, I don't think, I'm sure there's some groups that are probably having a problem with this.
Absolutely there are.
But I think the biggest thing is Nike's like, we are not supporting this. I think Nike is clearly trying to
separate themselves
for this because some people will be offended by this.
Again, it's like, what?
As a Christian, am I going to buy these shoes? No. But am I
right.
Am I going to complain? Am I going to complain about the people that buy them? No, I'm just going to pray for their soul.
No, you're not. You're not even going to do that.
I know, because I don't know who they are.
I mean,
I guess I could say a general prayer.
Dude, okay.
Please be with the 665 people that bought the demon shoes or the devil shoes. But
who cares? It's a pair of sneakers. I had a skateboard, or my brother had a skateboard by a skater named Naudis Coppice. Mm-hmm. And this is again back in the 80s and stuff like that. He had like devil shit and devil horns.
My mother would not have let me have had that.
But it was cool. It was just a cool design.
Devil horns aren't necessarily.
But it was like a devil kind of, but it wasn't anything different than this.
Okay.
And Naudis Coppice, he was a very artistic skater.
Right.
And that was back in the day when like the skate companies designed their skateboards for them. He had like full right to design his own skateboards, right?
Okay.
Guy's still a skater. He just happens to be in his like fucking 50s now, right? So you think about it, you're like, dude, nothing changes. It's all the same. It's just fucking artistic expression. The problem is now it gets to go global.
Right. Well, now you've got the internet while you didn't before.
Right. There was no internet in 1989 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then the guy's also a vegan.
My mother would not let me have stuff.
Naudis Coppice is also a vegan, and he came out with one of the most revolutionary skateboards of the time, like a double-tailed skateboard. And it was all like happy fucking animals all over the thing.
Because he's vegan?
Because he's a vegan dude.
He doesn't eat anything with eyes?
Doesn't eat anything at all.
Vegans do? They don't eat anything with a face or something like that.
Is that a thing? I don't
fucking
know.
There's
Guys,
something.
I hope you're enjoying this show on your morning drive.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is the Spectrum episodes.
98.1 is
98.1. Tune in.
So let's go because I'm getting hungry. I'm going to talk about Cute Bean. What
the fuck is Cute Bean?
Can you turn your thing back on?
Turn any of my things back on.
Shut up,
That's
weirdo.
what you need.
All right. So you can
Bean.
see it on the TV.
Oh, that's actually Bean?
That's Bean.
Yeah, I get out of my computer too.
She got caught.
So we'll also post these
couch.
real quick. We'll post these out to the Bars Open Facebook, our personal Facebooks, and because we're not able to share it so much, Instagram.
So she got stuck under. You can see she's stuck.
Oh no!
Under. She got stuck in the arm of the recliner piece.
Holy shit!
So her parents. Now this is where I want to stop it because hello. Oh, you can't see. It's blurred out, but. These firemen, I want to be rescued. I want to get stuck and have these Canadian firemen rescue me.
Nobody likes Canadians.
I have never seen a fireman look like this.
Nobody likes Canadians.
Now, I don't interact a lot with the firemen. I'm sure there's probably tons of American hot firemen, but this specifically, I was like, hello, hotties.
You're
come
fired.
rescue my dog.
Goddamn fired.
I'm going to get my dog
If any of my dogs end up being injured, she's looking for Canadian firefighters.
Unfortunately, we're not in Canada, so I don't think they'll come and rescue my dog. But anyway, so they
the
did
Lotus firefighters the same? Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't. I mean, I imagine you probably have do you have the gamut?
We like you and we appreciate you all.
You probably have the gamut of the really fit ones, and you have the gamut of the older ones. But they did.
The older ones are probably the more fit ones.
Not always, but they did end up having to take the couch apart so that they could rescue Bean. But she is safe and sound.
Thank God.
She was a cute puppy, though, huh? She's cute. Her owners are probably like, you piece of beep, 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 beep.
I'm judging the shit out of you. I'm
like,
not good enough for you anymore.
I was like,
you need to be Canadian.
As the mother,
my family came from Canada.
As the mother of this dog, do you think they were like, how hard do we try to get her out before we call the fire department? Like, do we?
Tail stuck, legs over here.
Her head was stuck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, her head, like this part, I think, from the video.
How the fuck did the dog?
I was probably under the couch looking for something and went in there.
Dumbass dogs.
Sweet puppies.
Hey, real quick, just remember, go out, if you don't mind, go out, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you could, give us a subscribe, a thumbs up, do whatever. Also, check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and then also iTunes and Spotify
and Podbean.
Podbean as well. But on iTunes, evidently, it makes a big difference. If you give a thumbs up or a 5-star or a review, give us a fucking review.
Okay.
Yeah. Drive us down there's got to be something said if you're at the bottom of the charts and at the top of the charts. I just don't want to be one of those middle fuckers. Right? I don't want to be one of those
For
ones
sure at the bottom of the charts,
in the middle.
I don't think you have to worry about
you can be all 5 stars, but only have like 7 fucking things. It's either like give us all 1s.
No, don't put that out there.
Give us
all 5s. All right, keep going. Let's go. I'm getting hungry.
Intentionally.
I'm gonna get hangry.
I'm already hangry. I was angry earlier.
You're in a permanent state.
All right,
of
are you Team Godzilla or Team Kong?
I'm Team not watching because I like them both, and I don't want King Kong to kill.
I'm Team
Godzilla.
Kong.
Why are you Team Kong?
I just want to
see. If I had to pick a team, I'd be Team Godzilla.
King Kong. So if you guys
because he rescued America in the last two
if
movies.
you have like the Chive app, which is something that a lot of people don't have anymore, but it's been around for several years. That's my late night scrolling through just to kind of chill the fuck out. They had a Godzilla and King Kong thing, and they went through the history of both of those, like where they started out. King Kong came out in 1933, I think. Okay. Godzilla came out in like 1960.
Okay.
Or 56, something like that.
I love the old foreign
Japanese
movies.
style. Yep. But it comes out today. I'm Team Kong.
Okay.
And you're going to be by proxy.
I just said if I had to pick one, I'd be Godzilla. But I'm not going to watch it. I told you that. If one of them is going to die, now you have a theory. We have not seen the movie. As I burp. You have a theory that they're going to be engaging in combat.
You could probably Google this shit right now.
They're going to be engaging in combat, and then there's going to be a third evil character that they're going to have to team up to win. So I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Because they're both good in their own ways.
Right. I mean, the last King Kong, I really liked him, especially because he took care of the animals and he was nice to, not granted, he always
rescued you piss him off and then he eats everybody.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, so all right, we'll have to wait.
Check it out. We'll watch it next week or something like that because I'm going hunting. Movies that we watched this past weekend.
Spontaneous. We've been wanting to watch that.
So Spontaneous is where was it? We
were on Epix, but it's also you can get it. You can rent it on
Amazon Prime or something like that.
$5, I think.
Yeah. So Spontaneous is with the one where the kids
they're spontaneously exploding.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking good, dude.
I mean, it was. So after I thought about it, though, because that movie impacted me a little bit.
She was crying.
I was crying.
I teared up a couple times.
I haven't cried in a movie.
And I think it was because of more along the line of their relationships. They did a good job, talking, explaining how these people came together. The kids, and of course, it was high school kids, right?
Right.
So
Right.
You're
but
emotional.
Then from the parents' perspective too, because the parents are in there and they have to wonder when their kid's going to fucking blow up.
Yeah. Like literally
but,
pop.
So
like
I cried. I didn't like that aspect of the movie. And then afterwards I was like, we don't know why the fuck they're blowing up.
Spoiler alert.
Am I spoiling it?
You just spoiled the whole thing. It's out there. Go watch it.
It was good. I'm glad we watched it. I cried. It was good. It was funny too, which is crazy.
It was a cute kind of. It wasn't
quirky.
High School Kid
Yeah, no,
movie,
it was quirky. It was totally.
Then we watched Terminator Dark Fate. And it was actually aside
good.
from what's her face, whatever the fuck her name is.
The original.
She was. Yeah.
I don't think she was annoying. I didn't find her annoying. I found
her annoying.
Did you?
Yeah.
She just is very bitter, but it was good. I think I expected it to be bad because I don't know that it did very well in the movies.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I think
Sarah
it came
Connor, whoever the fuck played Sarah Connor.
I think that it came out the same time the pandemic started, like right before the movie theaters
Linda
closed.
Hamilton.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody went to the movies to see it.
But it was a good action flick.
It was.
And
there were a lot of good
The
fight
other
scenes.
chick that was in it was good.
Yeah, I liked her. She was
tall
and really pretty.
Yeah, she was pretty.
I was like, I'd do her.
I'm not saying that, just say that. Mackenzie Davis.
I liked her. She was good.
And then, of course, Arnold was in it. And
Arnold.
There was a relatively newer Natalia Reyes, who was pretty good.
Yeah, and that guy who played the Terminator, I'd never seen him before.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, but nonetheless, it was good to watch. If you guys are looking for a couple
Sunday
hours
movie.
to fucking chill, it like I said,
it fit into our. So we try to. About every other Sunday we end up, or every second or third Sunday we watch it's a movie Sunday.
Yep.
Now I did not watch the pirate show. You did.
Oh, there's a new pirate show on Netflix, right?
I watched the first 10 minutes. I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, so it's basically like this history of pirates, and it's kind of like it's a shitty version of like a fucking
drunk history
reenactment of it's a drunk history, but it's not
sober.
It's not a funny like.
Now, was it just one show or was it a series?
There's 7 or 8 or 10 of them.
Are you going to finish them?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch them.
I
made it through like 2 or 3 yet. I need something to fucking watch, right? So, but oh, don't die. What it reminded me of is like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
With narration?
Ride. Yeah. It's like, ho, ho, ho. And it's one of those things, right? And go check it out for yourself. Watch an episode. I don't know. It's if you have Netflix, it's something to do. Go fucking watch one. And then I finished up the one, which
about
is
genetic dating,
genetically matched dating, and it was a British show, so it was just okay.
Yeah. All right. Well,
it was all right. It's like a murder mystery.
You were better than me because if I'm 2 in and there's 10 and I thought it was shitty, I'd stop. You know me. I do that with books every once in a while.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, there's not a lot.
I gave you the 25% chance. You're out.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Or the 25% mark to give yourself a chance. And
yeah, so feel good for me today is if you don't, go out and follow Officer Daniels, who has some absolutely hilarious shit on Instagram and on Facebook.
Is he the dog? Is that his dog? No,
it's not his dog. It's another guy's dog, another cop's dog. But he posted something about this canine canine officer that was shot. But the canine officer was shot yesterday, I think, or the day before. His name is Darrow. And Darrow is going home. So this is a picture of him going home, being brought back home. He was shot in the fucking face pursuing a bad guy. So nonetheless, to the canine officer, and I'll post something out later, but I'll shed their pictures. But it was just, it's always good because as soon as you hear it, he had to come back later and say, hey, just to clarify, the dog survived and went.
He does look sad in that picture.
Yeah, I think half of his face is like.
Do you want me to show the picture, or you're just going to post it?
You can show. You can show it. I already showed the picture.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I just showed it. So we're good. So that's my feel good. I'm just happy the dog's okay. I'm happy the fucking bad guy got caught.
I'm trying to rewind this because you can't appreciate it if I don't rewind it. So
okay, rewind. Beth's got to feel good.
So this is cute. So I'm hooked up. Yeah. All right. Probably going to start with a commercial because I backed out of it. You know that shit always happens.
Of course.
Or it's not going to come up at all. But
oh, come on. Mama Bear carries cubs. Yeah,
it's going to be 30 seconds.
All right. So let's talk through it and then we'll share it.
So, look, I think I might be able to skip it in 10. So this is in Connecticut, Winchester, Connecticut.
Okay.
A mama bear is seen trying to cross the street with 3 of her cubs.
All right.
It is the cutest damn thing ever.
It's blowed up.
So.
Oh, I did see this. This is cute. And these fucking cubs keep running back. And
just one.
One goes up the poles.
Two follow.
Oh, this is a different video.
No, so 2 follow.
This is a different video than what I saw.
So see, there's the other ones. Where are they?
Oh, no, what this is. Yeah, I think this is a different video.
So there's 3 cubs total.
Yeah.
She carries one. That baby's like, what the hell? Put me down. Yep. She carries one across the street. One does follow. It's super cute. And what I really loved is all the cars stopped.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, I think somebody probably called the police and said, hey, there's bears crossing the road.
That are having an issue?
Yeah, so there are police cars on both sides. Kids. But it was funny because
she keep going back and forth with them?
Because she's trying to get the other ones to follow her, I think. There they are. But she's like, all right, come this way, come. But a lot of moms were like, oh yeah, I can relate to trying to wrangle a bunch of kids in. So, it's 4 total. I'm sorry. So 2 follow.
Okay.
One follows sooner than the other. It's the 4th fucker
that keeps going back and forth.
He starts climbing a pole.
Okay, so I've seen this video, but from the from that little Camaro or something like that.
Yeah, so
from the other side, and you see this little bitch of a bear kind of like run over, go up, come down, come back. Yeah, it's cute as shit.
It is really cute, and I will I'll post it so you can see the whole video. But it is long because she's slow, she's trying to. But it's funny because she takes the first one, and the second one finally is like, oh, I'm not stupid, I'm gonna follow mom. And then the third one's like, oh, brother, we're leaving. And he starts to go.
And then that one goes.
The fourth one
like,
stays.
Nope.
And so she starts to come over there. And so then one of the ones follows her back.
That's awesome.
The other one starts climbing a pole. She grabs him off the pole and finally makes it across. And the other one follows her. And I was like, that's probably, I don't have kids, but I can imagine if you have a brood of children trying to wrangle them.
One of them's like, fuck you, I'm staying in McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I'm staying in the balls.
I'm staying in the bubbles.
Yep. I'm staying in the.
So that was my feel good. It made me chuckle.
Good. So today in history, I added one to one that you had. So American Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals at the 1936 Olympics.
Very cool.
In Berlin, Germany.
I thought.
Do you know what the big deal about Jesse Owens is?
I think I do, but you tell me.
What do you think it was?
I'm not going to say.
He's black.
Yeah, he's African American.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like the first African American to win gold, isn't he?
I don't know if he was the first, but he basically told Hitler to fuck off with all of his bullshit.
Suck it.
So yeah,
he
went there and he won 4 gold medals, kicked the shit out of him in Berlin, Germany. Awesome. And that is something that, as an American, everybody should get behind, is telling fascist, communist pieces of shit like that.
So you left one of them off, so I'm going to throw that in there.
Okay.
In 1934, the yo-yo
was brought
to America.
It didn't come across. Okay.
It was brought to America on today's date. I'm not
1939, the yo-yo?
I'm not 100% sure about the...
But the yo-yo was created today.
Today. It was not... No, it was brought over to America today.
Oh.
So it was... it wasn't created today. It was just... It can't come into America. This date today.
I don't know how you connected those two things, but...
What? Coming to America?
Isn't that the Coming to America song with Eddie Murphy?
Yes, it's Coming to America. The yo-yo came to America. Come on, brother. I'm a little disappointed in you.
She's called me brother.
Thought it was damn funny.
We're there now.
Thought it was damn funny. Asshole.
While she's trying to figure this shit out, in 1889, the Eiffel Tower was inaugurated. Nobody really gives a shit about Paris anymore, so who cares?
Oh, also, what I thought was stupid, 1918 is when it was the first time daylight savings time was implemented.
Yeah, that dumbass Benjamin Franklin or whomever.
No, it was, no, it doesn't say. You have to go in and read it. And I didn't care that much.
Albert Einstein, whoever it was.
Whoever they were was an a-hole.
Now you all have to get up early or late, at least once a year. So beyond that, go out and make the fire. Do good things for each other, please. Just do something nice.
Be kind to one another.
We appreciate you hanging out during the Spectrum.
Thank you for being patient.
The Spectrum episodes. This is 98.1. They'll be posted up here pretty soon. Be good to each other. Thank you to the military, first responders, all of you folks. Without you, we can't do this. Ian, come get a beer. And Evan, Haley, we miss you. And with that, We're signing off. See you
Bye, guys. A week from today. There's no show this weekend.
Goddamn hunting because I need it. And I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for putting up with my bullshit. Cheers.
Cheers.